Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. This is Rogue, aren't you? Yes. It is almost Halloween. It's shocking how quickly the year has gone by. There's nothing. She's not barking at anything. Maybe she saw the wind blowing, I don't know. You're a barky dog. Yeah. Anyway, so I have the Whip Go calls for next month and some other things that I have been doing. I'm supposed to be wearing a boot. But okay, so I have plantar fasciitis because when I hurt my knee in August, I was walking wrong and I irritated the bottom of my foot. So now I have plantar fasciitis, right? Except if I wear the boot, it hurts my knee. And so I guess I'm going to have to find some shoes or something that are taller so that I can put that on my left foot so that the boot on my right foot doesn't tweak my knee. I guess, maybe. The other problem is I can't drive with that shoe on. So if I need to go somewhere, I have to walk with my boot outside, take it off, put my shoe on, drive, then get out and switch the shoe for the boot. It is challenging. And honestly, I should walk around the house with it more, I know, but I just, it's like either my knee hurts or my foot hurts, I don't know. But it is better. So there is that. I'm going to try to sit back and see if the dog will let me. No? Okay. Is that better? Okay. So I have a few things for you that are not cross stitch. I finished making this alien bag, and it does glow in the dark. On the Etsy shop, I put a picture of it glowing. I might be able to get it into the video, but it's in a different place. Because one's with my phone and this is with the iPad, so I don't know. That is made with flannel. The aliens are flannel, and the black is denim. And I made one for myself. And I might have enough alien. Well, okay, I definitely have enough alien fabric to make another one. But I'm not sure about the denim fabric, so I may have to use something else. Anyway, so I went to Hobby Lobby, and I'll show you later what I went to Hobby Lobby about. And I also was thinking about getting some sticky felt for finishing, to see if they had some colors that I didn't already have, to see what they had. And they've rearranged everything, so when I was walking trying to figure out where they put it, I was walking by a Christmas kiosk, and I picked up something else there too, but I found these adorable snowman buttons. And I also found baker's twine right there, and I thought, you know, it's so thick that I don't need to, the bead openings are so thick that I don't need to use the same thing I use on everything else. And baker's twine is strong, so I have no fear of it breaking. But I like the fact that I could put, look, a little red tail or a little green tail on it. So I have these up on the Etsy shop already. This one. Anyway, there's red. So this is printed, that's printed, that one's not. And I just think they're adorable. So these are already up on the Etsy shop. And I only made 4. I have enough to make more, but I only made 4 because I'm like, I wonder if I should make some Christmas stuff out of that. For presents and stuff, you know, stocking stuffers. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Mostly what I have been working on is 2 ornaments out of the Christmas Ornaments magazine. One of them, the 2023 Snowman, which is right here. And that is by Annet Kobylianska. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm butchering it. I know. But of Sweet Annet. And this one here by Dawn Friske of the Mindful Needle. You know, let's see what's Mindful Needle patterns that I thought were pretty cool. Yeah, anyway. The 2023 Snowman. This is how far I've gotten. Now, I did do some of the back stitching on this is 2 threads and some is just 1. But when I put in the eyes, I had 2 threads, and I said I might as well just do some of the 2 thread back stitching, and so I did a little bit of it. It was just a small piece of the thread I had wasn't very long, so you know, it wasn't like I put it everywhere. But after doing that, after getting the face in, now at first I said I'm going to do the eyes when I'm done with everything, and then I can do all the back stitching and everything, and you know, do it all at once. But as I was getting down here on the Snowman, the lack of eyes and nose made it look really creepy. So I decided to just go ahead and pop it in, and he cute. Yeah, it's adorable. So hopefully, I know I won't get it done this month. I was hoping, because it's already almost October. But it should be soon. Now, I have so many others planned that I better just like really go at it. Except I have so many other things to do. So I'm going to have to concentrate on it. Now, one of the things is that when I'm stitching on this, it hurts my hands. Especially if I'm changing threads a lot and I have to tuck the thread because it's hard to do. And so it makes my fingers hurt. The needle pushing into it makes my fingers hurt. As a matter of fact, just like when I did that, I'm like, hey, that's sore. So that's why I started on the other one. I think I mentioned it last time and I showed it to you on a different fabric. Well, I changed the fabric and I still couldn't see the white. So what I did was I started going over it with a sparkly silver, and that makes it stand out a lot better. So this one, there is a possibility that I will be done before the end of the month. This one is for, there's 2 that I'm planning to send it to Mexico. One for my brother's girlfriend and one for my brother. I wrote down which was which. I don't remember. but this is for one of them. So, yeah. And the second whip go call for November, I have been plugging away at it. By the end of the month, I will have done 10 days, but that doesn't mean I've done a lot on it. I just work on it at some point during the day. But I was working on it yesterday, and I started to do the scissor right here. And I was confused because I'd already done the strawberry, and I could see all the threads. I remember not having an issue with the color of the threads, and it is the same fabric. I challenge you to find the scissor. Yeah. It is right there. Now maybe when the whole thing, is put in, it'll show up better. But I even had to look and say, was that color used at all on the berry? And it was. It was used on the needle. So, and you can see it does seem to show up. So maybe it's just whether it's on, because it's different colors. No, it's on the darker color here. That's the darker color. I don't know. Part of me is like, maybe I should get a different gray and just do. But I don't know. Anyway, I want to go ahead and see how far I can get before the end of the month. As I said, I'm not I didn't even show you the whole thing, did I? Did I? I don't know. So that's as far as I've gotten. Now, when I stitch on it, because, I'm counting days, not stitches, not time, not anything like that. When I stitch on it, I am not spending a long time on it. I just want to get some progress done every time I pick it up. And it's the berry that I wanted, not the pillow. So it's not that I don't like the pillow. I think the pillow's cute. I love it. But that's not why I bought the pattern. And so I'm okay with it not being done right away. I probably wouldn't even display them in the same area. I don't know. Anyway, that being said, I'm okay with it not being very much further than it is now. I will continue to work on it today. What is today's date? The 30th. Today and tomorrow. But I get done what I get done. And I'm going to call that done, the goal. I've picked it up, and I will have picked it up 10 days by the time the month is over. But I didn't get a lot of progress done. And that's okay. And then my 2023 temperature sal. It is finally cooling off in Phoenix. By the way, the Cardinals in the World Series. Are we shocked? We are. The town is all the buzz. Now, I don't follow sports, but I'm happy when things come to Phoenix that are, when there's things going on here. Phoenix is Phoenix is a baseball town. Spring training every year. Yeah, there's baseball stadiums all over Greater Phoenix, and so I'm happy for Phoenix people that love baseball, and it's kind of exciting. But they're also getting a beautiful weather. We are in the yellows. I think today's high is expected to be 80, which may sound hot to some of you, but it's really not. So, yeah, it's predicted to be 80 degrees. So, if you're standing outside in the sun, yeah, it's going to be hot. But if you're in the shade, in a covered shade of a restaurant, you'd probably be cold. So it's a lot of fun that's going on right now. Now, the calls that I have for November are both things that I really want to work on. And to All a Good Night by Stitching with the Housewives. I didn't say the name of the temperature salve. That's Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. And I didn't say the name of Stitch All the Things. That's Erica Michaels. Yeah. Anyway, I am doing this on 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. And this is where I am. And if I had the words all done up to here, I would be halfway done. I am not using the called for colors. There's a couple of them. That I'm using. I'm using Icicle for the white. That's Weeks Dye Works. I think the only one I'm using is Perfect Pie Crust and maybe that's it. Anyway, she doesn't put, because she stitches on black, she doesn't put a stitch in for the eyes. I was like, because I'm using black coffee. Well, that's because since I'm doing it on blue, I put a little stitch in there for the eyes. I haven't yet, I have to remember to go back and do that, put his little cheek. And I haven't put the reindeer's cheeks either. She charts those in some kind of pink. Let me think. Clay pot. And I might be using that one, I think, maybe, for those little pinks. But I thought I'd get all the reindeer done and then go in and put their little cheeks in, because I don't want to take it out for one stitch and then take it out for one stitch. And then so I thought I would wait for that. And I am also using black coffee to put in the windows, because the same thing, they're black because she's on black fabric. So those are the only changes I'm making to that. And then the other call is I think they're called snowflake ornaments. It just fell out of my head. By Cross Stitching for Fun. And this is why I bought more 25 count Lugana, in case I overestimate how much I can get on here. Because as you see, it's right at the center. So I'm not going to be able to get one over here and still separate them to maybe if I don't have this much clearance. But I want to be able to make them as separate ornaments. But this is where I am so far. And honestly, I'd be happy to finish this dude. But I would like to finish all of them. I'm not sure that I would start on the next one, this one, because I really like this one. But I'll decide that when the time comes. So I will be doing the WIPGO calls for November. But it happens that both of the WIPGO calls that are left are Halloween calls, Halloween projects. If I looked at my paper right, and even if they weren't, my board, my rules. So I'm going to work on. I'm going to switch those out for some of the ornaments that I'm working on for Christmas to get them done. So, yeah. So, the reason I went to Hobby Lobby was I wanted to buy a hoop to finish the snowflake sheep. And I looked at the wooden hoops and I picked one that I thought was the right size. And it was too big. Now, when I went in there to pick to get the hoop is when I was looking for sticky felt for the back. And I decided to make some more of these. The ones we have sold. And then I saw these. Aren't they cute? I love them. And I picked up these snowflakes for the snowflake sheep, the finishing. I have other snowflakes, and I'll probably use those too. Those are all white, but I liked the silvery ones. Not so much the teal ones because the fabric is blue. And then they had an end cap of marked down charms. Can anybody tell me? Is this giraffe wearing a helmet? Is this a robot costume? Is this an astronaut costume? Why does he have a helmet? Is he a war giraffe? I don't know, but I liked it and it was marked down, so I bought it. Get off of that. And then this one was obviously marked down because someone stole the third one. But can you see those? They're kind of blurry. Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice. I like both those books. I don't know what the third book was. And I don't understand people who steal. So the original price on this is $3.99. And you go into Hobby Lobby looking for a charm or something that you need, and you see something that you need or want, and it's $4, which is less than a Dutch, almost less than a gallon of gas. Anyway, and you need it so badly that you cannot pay $4 for it. So you take it. Meaning then the company cannot sell this for the price that they had on it because you wanted free instead of paying $4. But I only wanted the one. I didn't want them all three. I don't understand the mindset. And I never have. even before I worked in retail, I never understood people who would just take things. But even that, people who would open packaging, you know, like a lot of times you go like to Walmart or something, and you go to, in the toy area, all the packaging is open because people would let their kids just go play there while they're shopping, and then they put it back on the shelf all torn up. I was working retail in a craft store in Florida, and at that time, doing stuff on t-shirts was like super popular. We had this big giant thing that would spin a t-shirt so the paint would spin around it, right? Stuff like that. And they had a whole side of a aisle with fabric dyes and stuff like that. It just so happened that the opposite side of that was silk flowers. And some woman was looking at something, and her child opened up a black dye and squirted all the flowers. She didn't even apologize. She just grabbed her kid and ran, you know. And I understand she was probably afraid of having to pay for the whole thing, but then keep an eye on your children. And I'm not saying my son was not a brat, but I didn't let him get into stuff. Okay, off my soapbox. So the hoop that I bought was too big. It was one of those wooden ones, the kind that I used when I was in brownies, right? Because I thought, I'm going to be covering it up. I'm going to use it for just the outside part. And I mean, just, for finishing, it didn't matter to me that it was the wooden one, because I was going to be making it tight other ways and all that. But they didn't have, when I went to exchange it, they didn't have another wooden one the right size. So I got this one, plastic. And I went up to the front and ready to pay whatever the difference was. Had my little change purse out, And she said, I need your card so I could put the 54 cents back on your card. I said, this was cheaper than the wooden one? She goes, yeah. Really? and I mean, it's okay. Things cost what they cost, but I was shocked, because to me the quality is not there. Now, I know from making baskets that making any kind of wood round is difficult, and they make it round in a particular size, right? So I understand that they're not like, as easy to make as it would seem, but change back. Who knew? So I'm getting ready to fully finish this. No, it won't be just like that, but I put it in there to see if it fit, and it does. So, and no, I'm not going to leave it this brown color. It was just better than getting fluorescent green. Anyway, that is everything, I think. Yes. Well, you guys have a great Halloween. Be safe. If your kids are out there trick-or-treating, be very safe. We don't ever get them here at my house. very few kids in the neighborhood. I mean, I'll pick up some candy just in case, but we don't really get them here in our gated community, which is 2.5 streets. But I know that there are some communities in, I guess technically it's Chandler, which is part of the Greater Phoenix area. I drove through them one Halloween through it, and there were people. What they would do is they would sit in lawn chairs on their driveway with the candy there, and the kids would be coming by on the sidewalk, and there were so many kids. I mean, just like you see on, when you see Halloween on a sitcom or something, all the kids, walking, with their parents and stuff, and I love seeing that, because seeing children be able to be children is fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, be safe. Happy stitching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.